California. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Los Angeles Chargers. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his football.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's second down.
There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss. There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
6-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They were trying to go back to Allen there, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again. Herbert going right side here, and that's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. That's now 2 big catches on this drive. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He finds Corey Davis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. 48 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 12.
Herbert off of play action. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he rifles one incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Casey Hayward.
A big run there by Jones. 63 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that's incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and long for Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenneth Murray, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Chargers 7. Titans.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater over the middle to Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 7.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
First down, Titans.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. There he goes right side. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater, quick hitter here, it's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked. A loss of 7 yards. We
have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Titans 10.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one. And they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Off play action. Herbert rolling to his right. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That is caught at the 7. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. Kenneth Murray able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
Off the play fake. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Off play action. Herbert. Allen has it left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are...
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Tennessee.
From the gun, Bridgewater. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. It's
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Short throw to Smith. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzling.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on.
Is good.
And his kick is right through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips. Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
Result of the play is
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. First down, Bridgewater. Smith catches left side. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside.
Bridgewater's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Bridgewater now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerry Tillery, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
30-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete.
We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Off play action. Herbert got some room at the 30. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yards.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Recovered by the Chargers.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Herbert following the turnover. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the